Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sloane takes a call from Dimitri while shouting to Eric in the adjacent room that she would warm the baby's bottle. If she has managed to get Leo out of jail yet, he wants to know. She tells him that she is taking care of a newborn and that it has only been a few hours. If the baby's biological mother fails to perform her role, Dimitri threatens to call her. He tells her to come to the White Dove Motel when it's finished, and she reluctantly gives in. Nicole is in the living room with EJ when she hides a baby picture on her phone. Holly walks in. Nicole says she's sorry for yelling at her earlier. Holly asks if she needs anything and says she understands. After giving her a hug, Nicole holds EJ's hand. This room has everything she could possibly need. She is incredibly appreciative that Holly is her daughter. Konstantin informs Steve and Maggie at the Kyriakis mansion that Victoria was taken in order to put pressure on his hand. He took out a loan from dubious individuals in Greece in order to repay Victor's restaurant loan, but he slipped behind, which led to an increase in his debt. He believes Victoria was used as a bargaining chip. Steve questions his reasoning for holding off on speaking until now with skepticism. According to Konstantin, he didn't make the connection until today. He expresses regret for endangering Maggie's family. Maggie appreciates his candor, but Steve is not as understanding. He thanks Konstantin for Victoria's safety and departs. After Alex punched Xander, Theresa brought cold peas for his hand in their apartment. She expresses her gratitude to him twice in one day for defending her. According to Alex, Xander and Konstantin had no right to make fun of her. Alex plans to visit Maggie's estate tomorrow since he is beginning to have questions about her Greek houseguest. He wouldn't turn her down if she was going to be with him. She asks where they stand personally, hesitating. Marlena visits Eric and the infant after Sloane leaves to work for Leo's release. Eric opens the baby shoes Marlena gave him as the infant slumbers. She asks after Nicole, regretfully noting that she gave her kid a pair as well. Eric describes Nicole's belief that the child born to him and Sloane is hers. He also declares his already deep affection for his son. Marlena gives Eric the instruction to name the boy before she leaves. While EJ answers Sloane's front door, Nicole tells a worried Holly that her baby is alive at the Demiras. After expressing her sympathies, Sloane informs EJ that Leo is not to blame for his son's passing. EJ wonders angrily, who is then? EJ instructs her to see herself out after they quarrel. Rather, she proceeds to the living room with him. Nicole refuses to go, even if he threatens to kick her out. "Why did you take my baby?" she cries in desperation. Although Sloane expresses her condolences for her loss, the youngster is not Nicole's child. EJ ejects her with force. Nicole attempts to pursue, but Holly intervenes. Nicole crinkles her face and says, "I need to know why Eric and Sloane are having her baby." Alex realizes at the flat that Theresa and he have a lot going against them, starting with Brady, who forewarned him about her. He doesn't scare easily, though, because she's so into him. Theresa is thrilled to hear that. "I can't wait to see you in the morning, into you. It keeps me up at night." Pretending she doesn't want to pull off his clothes is really difficult. Alex leans closer and adds, "Well, then." In that scenario, he gives her a kiss. As things get heated, they begin ripping off garments. They relocate their activities to the couch because her room is disorganized, and he hasn't changed his linen since she moved in. Maggie firmly states, "I don't condone his involvement with criminals, and I won't tolerate having her family threatened." While she is by herself with Konstantin, she needs him to go right away. Maggie is adamant that Victor pay off his debt since she believes that money is the problem. She doesn't think poorly of him and doesn't judge him, but she can't let danger get close to her family. She will cover his airfare home and his hotel for tonight. Despite his sadness, Konstantin promises to honor her requests. When EG gets home, Nicole is upset that he let Sloane go. She must get their son from her. EJ believes that pursuing Sloane will simply exacerbate Nicole's rage and sadness. They will talk about it once she has calmed down. They will work things out together since he loves her. She begs God to bring her kid back to her as she sobs. Holly sobs as she sees EJ embrace her mother. Theresa recommends that the next time she and Alex should have supper first, after sex. Should there be another opportunity, if Alex has anything to say about it, there definitely will be. Steve calls John in the square about Konstantin's allegations, which he finds untrustworthy. The probe needs to be intensified before Maggie delves further. We are aware of your thoughts. Days of our lives. DNA test? Sloane handled that before, didn't he? 2 times? Yes, she did, most of the time. The second instance is questionable since it appeared that she might have made a mistake in the switch, giving EJ the genuine test that establishes his paternity for Nicole's child. That small puppy had been waiting to be uncovered in the Demira safe in the living room. But given that they now think their child is dead, why would EJ and Nicole even bother tossing that away? Well, it needs to be changed because only EJ believes their baby is dead. Nicole is positive he's still with Eric and that he's alive. The belief is devastating not just because it is accurate, but also because Nicole is being treated as though she is insane by everyone in her immediate vicinity. She is the only one who has truly come to terms with what transpired, or at least a portion of what took place. And strangely enough, that conviction, along with everyone else's conviction that she's going insane, might save the day. Because Holly, of all people, might be the one to expose Sloane's lies once Nicole turns to her daughter. Because, as Greg Vaughn disclosed in an interview with Soap Opera Digest, Holly rushes off to her ex-stepfather with a plan to finally assist Nicole when Nicole confides in him about her notion that Eric's new kid is hers. In addition to wanting to support Nicole, Eric wants to go on with his child. So what better way to establish the baby's paternity than with a DNA test? That is, if Sloane doesn't stop it beforehand. Because, let's face it, Sloane could certainly talk Eric out of the notion if she knew about it. She is quite good, Vaughn stated to Digest. She does a good job of hiding her tracks. She also always has an explanation for everything. However, he simply never has the chance to speak with her due to one of those cosmic turns of events. Sloane has a demanding career and is a busy woman. Leo and Dimitri are also putting a lot of pressure on her. Rather, Eric strikes up a conversation with Kayla and says, "I need to make an executive decision. For everyone concerned, this is going to be the best option. He must proceed. Nicole must proceed. Let's ascertain the truth." However, the evidence does not support Sloane. Nonetheless, they do stand with Nicole, despite what others may say. Even though the truth will surface in the next days, Konstantin will manage to evade punishment and remain in Salem. Thanks for watching if you liked this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.